So I've decided that it's time for a new pinpointer. I've been using the Garrett Carrot for quite a few years now, and it's been an excellent pinpointer. The issue is that over those many years, I used to have a cover for it that protected it, that kept it well positioned, well placed for all that I needed it for. But that cover started to split and break. I took it off, I never replaced it, and unfortunately, I did what it does tell you not to do, and that's to scrape and dig using the pinpointer itself. Now, that's fine initially, but over time it does wear away at the rubber, and it's actually started to misshape the end of the pinpointer, and this means that I now get a lot of false signals. Particularly if it's wet, the pinpointer tends to false a lot, tends to just bleep constantly until you turn it off and reset it, and then it seems to be okay. But it's starting to happen more often, starting to get a bit irritating, particularly when you're trying to find really small objects out in the field or out on the river. So I've decided I'm going to purchase a new pinpointer. I thought I'd go for something a little bit different and explore what else was available. So I looked through different reviews, I explored the different options that were out there. Lots tended to be around a similar price. I didn't want to purchase one of the cheap ones because I've heard very, very bad things about them breaking very quickly, very easily. So I wanted to go with a trusted brand. I actually decided that because I do a lot of river detecting, beach detecting, but also inland detecting as well, I needed something that could perform across all of those different types of searching. So I decided I was going to go for the Nokta Makro PulseDive. I already own a Nokta Makro Legend detector, so I thought that these two potentially could complement each other quite well. I also own a Garrett detector, so I've got an AT Max, and I have a Minelab CTX 3030 as well. So a good spread across all different brands of metal detectors. So I decided to purchase one of the Nokta Makro PulseDives, and I decided to go for the 2-in-1 yellow edition. So this includes the scuba loop for actually using underwater. It also comes with a case which is laid out to carry it easily when you go out detecting or go out to the river. It protects everything, keeps it all nice and contained. It comes with a lanyard, comes with additional covers as well, which I thought was a really good idea. So if they ever did get damaged, it's not damaging the actual functionality of the pinpointer. It's only damaging the plastic cover that can actually be replaced, which I thought was a really good concept with these. That's something I wish that the Garrett Carrot had actually had in place to stop that damage from occurring in the longer term. So I decided to purchase one of these PulseDive 2-in-1 yellow pinpointers, and basically the rest of this video will be exploring it, unboxing it, using it, testing it and reviewing it in that initial instance. So the purchase has been made, and we'll look forward to it arriving and exploring it through the rest of this video. So it's finally arrived. My purchase of the PulseDive by Nokta has been delivered. I'm very excited for this. As I mentioned, I've been waiting for a while to try and find the right kind of pinpointer, so I went all out on this. I'm hoping it's going to be really useful in the river, in the sea, at the beach, and we're going to open it up now, do a bit of an unboxing, have a look what's involved, what we get with it, and then later on I'll do a part 2 video where we're going to actually see it in action on land, and then hopefully also in the river and at the beach. So let's open it up and let's see what we've got. So first off, it comes with this really cool plastic case, hard case. It's going to be great for putting in the back of the car, keeping it all together, nice and tidy, nice and neat, and it's just a pretty cool looking case. I've never had that before, where it actually comes with a bit of solid kit to keep everything all in one area. I mentioned I have the Garrett Carrot, which has been a fantastic tool, but this feels like another level to that. So let's open it up. And there she is. Impressive bit of kit. So here it is. Nice textured buttons. It's pretty chunky, pretty well built, nice and solid. So at the moment it's got the land part of the pinpointer on. So that's pretty cool. That looks pretty robust. We've got our LED light there. We've got our on-off function buttons. Have to read the instructions, find out a bit more about how to use them. It comes pre-charged, so it's on. Straight away we've got our LED that shows when we're near some kind of metal. And we'll show a bit later what these additional function buttons do. You can change frequency, you can change the pattern, you can change whether it is silent, you can change the sensitivity. So we'll explore those a little bit later. But initial impressions, it feels really robust. I like it a lot. I like the yellow and black colours. Just feels that it's going to be a really good piece of kit. Let's look what else we've got in here. So this is our scuba attachment for if we go diving, if we're searching the river. We've got this that we just slot on, connect onto the pinpointer, and that makes it into a scuba detector, which is a great bit of kit and so simple to do as well. It also comes with this protective cover on the scuba section of it, which is going to help us if we're in the river. Lots of scratches, stones, things that might damage the actual coil. So that's great that that's included as well. We've also got our charging cables. This dust cap, which is for using on land, so it just allows the sound to penetrate better, and also I think it allows it to cool down if you're using it a lot and it's quite warm weather. So that's good that you get this additional piece to alter it for that land use. So actually on the detector is the waterproof one that seals everything, makes it nice and airtight, and ensures that you don't get any leakage into the battery compartments. What else do we have? We've got a little Nokta rubber band bracelet, and we've got our carry case, which is, again, it's pretty robust, nice size. It's got a belt clip, but it's also got the loops, and you've also got an attachment where we can attach lanyards. So a lanyard can attach to the top of the pinpointer. We can also attach this to the rubber band, so if you're using it in the river, in the sea, that you can attach it to your wrist and just let it float there next to you without losing it, without it running downstream or running onto the beach. So that's a really nice little addition that they add in just to help you with that detecting. So we also have in here, try and get this out one-handed. So this is our cover for the actual pinpointer. So this simply clips on the end and would protect the actual end of the pinpointer. Now this is something that really made me want to purchase this, because with my Garrett, what I found was with scraping, which it tells you not to do, but you always do it, scraping, digging with the actual pinpointer, it's worn it away, it's damaged it. So to actually have this replaceable cover, I think is absolutely genius from Nokta. They've really thought of everything there, that you can attach this. It even has the ridges to allow you to use it as that scraping tool without damaging the actual mechanics of the pinpointer. So again, they just think of everything. They thought it through. This, if it becomes damaged, if it wears away, you could buy a new one of these relatively cheaply. It replaces it. It means that you haven't actually damaged the core working of the pinpointer. So another great idea from Nokta. So we're just going to have a look how easy it is to actually change this from a land-based pinpointer into the scuba detector. So it's literally as simple as a twist, a pull, and you've separated the end of the pinpointer. We then just have to line up those two little arrows, which we'll get used to. Obviously you're not going to keep the stickers on, but they give you an indicator of what to line up. You push it in, you twist it, and there you go. As simple as that. You've changed that pinpointer into our scuba detector. So we're able to use that, sweeping the ground. If we're in the sea, if we're in a river, just gives you that wider coil base when you're searching without using a full length detector. So for me, that is such a fantastic idea and so simple to execute. And it just makes something as simple as a pinpointer into something even more useful. So I'm really excited to try and utilize this in the rivers, in the sea, to try and find those additional items that previously were probably quite hard to find when just using a simple pinpointer. So again, switch it back to land use is as quick as that. We can add in our cover and it's protected, and away we go. Additionally in here, Nokta also, they give you these additional O-rings, and there's one of each spare there. So if any of them wore out, if you're using it in the sea, so salt water, that's going to affect plastics and rubbers over a period of time. So it's just, they think of everything. They've given you those additional O-rings. If you have any of the problems with any of the ones that are pre-fitted, you've got the spare there ready in an emergency if you ever needed them. So first impressions with the initial unboxing, it looks amazing. Everything is in this kit. It's nice that it's in this rigid case. We've got everything we need. We've got the protection we need to make sure the lifetime of this pinpointer is going to be very, very impressive. It's going to last. It's robust, it's solid, and it has those little key replaceable factors that makes it more likely to last for a long period of time. So initial impressions, this looks great. It comes with a 2-year warranty as well. So we're not worrying about any issues having with this pinpointer. So I hope that's been interesting. I hope you've got to see what these look like. They are a little bit more expensive than a standard pinpointer, but the amount of extra kit you get, I think justifies that easily. Compared to a Garrett Carrot, compared to some of the other ones on offer, so the MindLab pinpointer, they're not a huge amount more, and you get the added coil for using when diving, you get the hard case, you get the carry case, you get the extra O-rings, you get the lanyard. All of that comes with it as this standard kit case for the PulseDive 2-in-1. So from my first impressions, it looks brilliant. Join me in the next video and we'll test out some of the capabilities of it. We'll look at some of the functions of it, we'll test it, and we'll explore it a little bit more. Thank you for watching.